everybody. This is Debbie Powell, Master Gardener Coordinator for Calaveras and Tuolumne counties. But today I am standing at the demonstration garden here in Tuolumne County, talking to Tuolumne Master Gardener Diane Williams. Hello, Diane.
Hello, Debbie.
Good to see you. And Diane, you're doing something I think is so unique. You're doing straw bale gardening,
Yes,
which is wonderful. And so all you really need are straw bales.
that's it.
That's it. So, but one of the things you have to do before you plant in the straw bales is, from my understanding, you have to condition them?
Yes, you do. You use ammonium sulfate to condition your bales. It's just a little granule.
Okay.
This ammonium sulfate is 2100. So it's very, very high in nitrogen. And it starts the bales decomposing. So you can plant in them. So yesterday, I measured my ammonium sulfate into my 1 gallon jugs, and you use 1 cup of ammonium sulfate to 1 gallon of water for each bale. So if you leave it sit out overnight, give it a shake, leave it sit out, it'll dissolve. And then you just have a liquid. So I mix up 2 gallons, which is enough for 2 bales. Or for 4 bales.
For 4 bales.
One bale, well, 1 gallon does 2 bales.
Okay.
Because I put 2 cups of ammonium sulfate in here.
Okay.
So before you start, you get your hose and you soak your bales good so you're sure they're wet. And then you just start pouring. And you pour the ammonium sulfate on your bale. And then, like I said, one of them does 2 bales. So the ammonium sulfate is dissolved in your liquid. Then you water it in good, and you're ready to go.
Okay, and how long do you have to do that for?
You do 1 cup of ammonium sulfate to a gallon of water for each bale for 3 days. Then after that, you cut it back to a half a cup to a gallon of water. And you do that to each bale for 3 days. And you want to make sure they're damp. When I got here this morning, first thing I do is check my bale, and it was damp from yesterday, so it's not drying out, which is really good. You want to keep your bales damp because that starts the process of turning it into absolutely wonderful compost.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Well, thank you, Diane, and we'll come back and see what the next step is.
Yes.
Okay, stay tuned. Bye-bye.
Just start making a hole, and you keep pulling straw out until you have enough room for your plant. And because this guy is so tall,
Right.
I want to put him in there like that and kind of
Sideways?
plant him that way, because then he'll root all along here, because I want him about that deep. So that's the goal with the hole I'm making. So you just keep pulling out straw.
Does the watering make the straw softer to pull out?
Yeah, and see, it's decomposing.
Got it.
If you look, that's it pulls out as far as it's really decomposed. When you first start, you can't make as good a hole as you can now, or it's not as easy.
How long does it take usually to get it to decompose to start doing it?
10 days, 2 weeks, and then you can plant. When you start, you treat your bales with ammonium sulfate, and you put 1 cup of ammonium sulfate per bale for 3 days, and water it in good. And then you change to half a cup for each bale for 3 days, and then you're done with the ammonium sulfate.
Nice.
But that starts the decomposition. And lots of times it gets hot and you can feel the heat in here. So if the straw is warm, you don't want to plant until it starts to cool down a little bit, because you just fry your babies.
Right.
So you just keep tugging away, and all of this becomes mulch that goes on top.
Cool.
Last year,
See
when
how
I
big-
did the bales back in the back, I covered it with the bales with soil, about an inch across the top, and then I put the straw on top. Well, this year I didn't have any soil here, so I didn't put any soil on it. But I've used all of the straw I've pulled out to create mulch. So you can see how much I've got on here. And that keeps the bales from drying out so fast. Because the one thing you don't want to happen is for your bales to dry out.
Is there any tools that are helpful with that?
I've tried using a trowel, and it's a digger thing, and this is just the easiest.
Got it.
It's damp, so it's just time consuming, but you can see how deep down it's going now.
Right. It looks like it's getting a little easier.
Yeah.
How deep do you think this hole is going to be, about approximately?
I'm about down to where I want it to be. And then I find some soil and put a layer of soil, and you can actually create a pocket with soil down here in the straw, so the roots have something to grow to. And then cover them back up. But I, just regular plant in this hole like you were planting in any soil. Except there's no soil here. You've got to go get it and dump it in. And then cover it back up with the mulch and water it in good. Yeah, see how nice that's getting?
That's a pretty big hole.
Well,
I mean, yeah.
when you go like that, it's not a very big hole.
Well,
See, it's getting down there. I can squish it down,
the latest.
but I want it to be a little bit bigger so I can, because it's a tomato and I want to wrap it around a little bit. And that might be enough. It doesn't really take very long.
No.
That'll probably work. So I had a bag of soil. Yep, it's still over there. So I'm going to go get my bag of soil.
And as we were saying, you're telling me that usually when planting in the raised bed, we often will put in some extra vegetable fertilizer or Epsom salt and stuff, bone meal, but what were we saying with the hay bales?
I will put in some 5-10-10 now when I plant,
Okay.
but that's all. I've never had trouble with all that stuff that you get.
Like the blossom end rot
Yeah.
with the tomatoes, yeah.
Yeah, I've never had trouble with any of that in a straw bale.
Nice.
So, there's your hole.
Very cool.
There's your bag of straw for mulch.
So you're just using the Gardeners in Bloom potting soil?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Same stuff you'd use over there in the raised bed.
Right.
And see how much you can work your soil down in.
Let's take it.
See how that disappeared?
Is it showing up? Hopefully it's showing up. Yeah. There's kind of a glare with the sun.
Yeah.
Hopefully you can see
You
how
can poke
put a lot of dirt in there.
between the flakes in the bale, there's gaps.
Oh, okay.
And it's been decomposing. So it makes bigger gaps. So you work your soil down into that.
Got it.
And then the roots have some place that's easy to go.
Yeah.
And pretty soon they go, oh, this isn't so bad. I might like living here. Okay. Let's see if we can make this guy happy. So this was my free tomato plant.
Sorry. There you go.
When I went out to Solomon's Gardens the
Nice.
other day. And there was a whole building of plants that looked worse than this. And they were all free.
That's awesome.
But I found the strawberry, what do they call it? Black strawberry cherry tomato. And
Never heard of it. That sounds great.
no, fruit is marbled blue, scarlet, and gold.
Can't wait to see it.
Yeah. They had pictures out at Solomon's. And that was, I had seen it online, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. And then they talked about flavor and all this sort of things you are interested in when you're growing a tomato.
I like the information they give.
And so see, I've just wound that around and that'll come up. And that's why I made such a big hole.
I'm gonna try and go around because it's like I'm getting shadows from the T-post. Okay.
What if you went over there?
Okay, let's give that a try.
So the bigger the hole, the more soil you're going to need to fill this back up. I'm going to get my 5-10-10 and sprinkle it in there.
Is it just fertilizer, or is it, is there a brand name or anything specific?
I buy it at Sonar Lumber.
Veggie and tomato. Oh, okay. The veggie and tomato
You know,
GMB.
in a cardboard box.
Okay. Okay. It is
Five,
cardboard.
5, 10, 10.
2 tablespoons plant.
Every 30 days.
Okay.
2 teaspoons per plant every 30 days is the note I copied off of there before I started carrying it around like this.
Nice.
So, and I've used this for a couple of years and had really good luck with it. So, I'll just keep using it.
There. That's better.
So now I've dragged the hose over here and water it good.
Mm-hmm.
And the soil will compact and I'll probably have to put some more on it.
Do you want to hold the camera and I'll go grab the hose? You got your hand on the camera.
You're going to have a really exciting
It's gonna be hot.
yes.
There it goes. There it is. Now don't squirt me.
That's a good one.
Might feel, might be a nice relief in the heat, but there you go.
And water it in and poke it down some more and add some more soil.
Nice. Oh, so you're adding more soil and got it.
Yeah, because I want it to mound up a little bit,
Got it.
which is pretty much going to kill this bed of soil. Because that will still compact down some. And then you put your straw back.
It's nice and moist.
Mm-hmm. And using mulch like this makes a huge difference in how much water you need.
So true.
And one of the things that I like best about Strawbale gardening is I'd fit in all this while I'm sitting in a chair.
I think that sounds great too.
This, if you have trouble standing or whatever, and it's easier for you to work when you're sitting down, this makes way more sense than a raised bed, mainly because of the amount of work involved in the cost. The bales were $14. I've got 4 of them. Had the wire and had the T-posts from before. And we put in the irrigation system, which is the first year we've tried that.
Yeah, I should do I'll do a full scan of the beds. Okay, you're all planted.
See?
All right, let's see if I can get a full scan of the beds in the right light.
And that's what.
The better lighting. Yeah, okay. So there's the beds. There's 4 of them. And we have tomato and what else do you have in here?
We've got, let's see, 3 basil plants.
Oh, nice.
And
There's the
5
basil.
tomato plants now, because I had 4, one on each corner.
What is this? What is this?
Those are basil.
Is that the black basil?
One is, the one with the purple flowers is Thai. The purple one is purple. And this is just plain old everyday
Right.
basil.
And these are all tomatoes.
And those are tomatoes.
And this is a squash?
That's a cucumber.
Cucumber.
No, that's the cucumber.
Right.
This is zucchini. That's crookneck.
Crookneck, zucchini, and cucumber.
And that's a cucumber.
And of course, you got your marigolds for attracting the pollinators. Nice.
And some of the bad bugs go to marigolds.
So the lines, the wire goes across the T-post, and she has the plants attached with just some fabric strips.
See this? You put the T-post there. It helps support your bales.
Oh, right.
And
Exactly.
then you string the wire from your T-post, and you've got a trellis.
Nice.
So now I can plant up and tie. You can see it cut some ties.
Right? Yeah, I saw the
Right.
yeah,
Tie to.
there's the ties.
But now I'm going to put a tie up here and a tie here and
Mhm.
a tie here
Sure.
because they're getting taller.
Well, thank you so much, Diane.
Yeah.
This was very interesting.